and with a hope and a prayer, a little. I have been trying to rant about my almost train wreck of a love life for the past 30 minutes or so going on with my computer. I think it's just getting old. Shadi's not the same as she used to be. I wanted to talk today a little bit about like where I see my love life going, where it's been the last year or so. I have a list called things I'd like next round, and I'd like to talk a little bit about that and where I'd like to kind of see things in a year. We should start not from the very beginning, but from about a year ago or so. My most recent breakup ended pretty mutually at the end of the day because he told me that he wasn't sure if he could love me like that. He wasn't sure if he was capable of romantic love, which is fine. I get that some people are wired differently, but it kind of sucks to hear that. Generally speaking, I would like a boyfriend who likes me, which he did like me. We had fun together. We were chill. It just didn't work out. But after that, I had 2 men in the wings. One of them kept on getting back with his ex, and I was like, ooh. And the other one was this guy who I really, really considered for a long time. I really liked him a lot, honestly. At the end of the day, I told him no, and then he freaked out on me a little bit and cut my plant to pieces. I had a boy sober summer. It was great. It was wonderful. It was amazing. Then I had a fling with a guy last fall semester. Then when I got my internship, he magically disappeared. No, I'm joking. I called him and I was like, I don't have time for this anymore. And then he never called me back. He sent me to voicemail and then he never called me back, texted me back or anything. I see him out and about sometimes. And it's weird and it's awkward because I see him and I go and he's like, I don't know, man. I didn't do anything wrong. The thing that frustrates me about that the most, honestly, is the fact that him and I had a conversation of hey, look, we're both seniors. We understand that if this doesn't work out, then we're just going to move on with our lives and it'll all be chill and great and whatever. Worst possible situation is that it doesn't end up really working because of schedules. He doesn't have to treat me like I ruined his entire life. I am just a girl. Since then, I've just been so busy and I haven't really cared that much, and I'm kind of done with my college town's dating scene. I haven't kissed anybody since October. No, but seriously, this is the longest that I've been relationship free since before COVID, which is kind of insane to me. I had an entire year where I didn't have a boyfriend. But here's the thing, is I would I kind of want one again. I don't want a boyfriend again, and I feel like I'm ready for it. That was also another big thing of why I told that one guy no this summer, is I didn't think I was ready for it, and I wasn't. And I'm so glad I stuck to my guns with that and just kept it hey, I'm not ready for this, because I wasn't. I'm ready now, but not for him. I don't want to do that. Him and I want very different things in life. I want, picture this. I move to Seattle. First of all, I get an awesome girl group in Sex and the City, and we're all amazing and hot and wonderful, but none of us are like Carrie, because honestly, I hate Carrie. She drives me insane. Anyways, we're all like Charlotte and Samantha, and we're all wonderful and amazing, and it's perfect. I meet a wonderful, tall, handsome, and smart, and funny, and all around perfect human being, and I make him mine because I mastermind every relationship I get into. I don't think it's a half bad plan. Alternatively, I get introduced to somebody by their mom, aunt, grandma. That might be what I'm gunning for how to meet my next victim. I want to have a boyfriend. It'd be nice. I sit here sometimes and I'm it'd be so nice to be with somebody right now instead of sitting alone in my room. I do miss it. I like a relationship. I keep on trying to convince myself it's once a year or so I'm maybe I could do a situationship. And I think that thought started circulating in my mind a week ago or so. Maybe I could do a situationship. Maybe I could. It wouldn't be so bad, right? I can't do it. I get attached and I know it about myself, but I don't accept it. I'm not a situationship girly, and that's okay. That's totally fine. But I want to know, I would love to have a boyfriend by this time next year. I have a bone to pick with Valentine's Day. It's coming up around the corner. One of the reasons I decided to talk about the love, like that department. I have a panic attack on Valentine's Day, regardless of whether I have a boyfriend or not on Valentine's Day. If I'm on a date on Valentine's Day, I get stressed out because I want to make that date as amazing as I possibly can make it. And so I have a panic attack at the end of the day on Valentine's Day, being like there was one time I freaked out, like full on freak out in a restaurant. It was bad. He got mad at me. Obviously, like when I don't have a date and when I'm not doing anything on Valentine's Day, I get sad because I'm not doing anything on Valentine's Day. I think that's normal. I'm gonna have Valentine's Day alone this year. I'm probably gonna be a little sad, but you know what? I'm gonna get myself some ice cream and I'm gonna watch Sex and the City. Maybe I'll go out with my girls, round them up and be like, guys, we're hitting the bars. We're taking the singles. We're hitting the bars. I have a friend who does a lot of Trump impressions, and neither of us voted for Trump. But let's get into things I would like for the next boyfriend to do and to not do, and icks and all of red flag. Number one, I don't want somebody who votes for the Republican Party. Looking at you, Cole. I would like somebody who would like me to have rights. Would like to have somebody who I can nerd out with. Like literally, it can be about music, it can be about languages, it can be about conspiracy theories. At the end of the day, I want to be a nerd with somebody and talk about something for hours. I would love for him to be tall. I have a little bit of a track record, a little bit of a type, but you know what? I'm okay with that. We have 6 foot 6'4", 6'2", 6'6", 6'4", 6'3", 6 foot, 6 foot. Mic drop. I wish I wasn't one of those people, but you know what? I have a little bit of authority. It's not like I'm like 5'2". I'm 5'6". I think that's like, it's not too crazy. The 6'6" guy, that was a little much for me. Don't like that. I didn't, little too lanky. Like, I have my limits, but like 6'4", I think every man should be 6'4". We can't all be equals. I want somebody who's going to love me, actually, because I don't think I've actually ever been really actually loved before. Every time I'm usually the person who gets dumped, I'll be totally honest about it, and they tell me, Sarah, you're great. You're so fantastic and smart and amazing. I don't know if I love you like that. And then I'm like, did I do something wrong? And they're like, no, you did nothing wrong. Like, you just like, it's just like, I don't know. I just don't love you. Like, okay, cool. I'm going to go cry now. And so I'd like for him to love, I think that's where I'm going to leave this. At some point, I would like to go over my spreadsheet because it's beautiful and wonderful and amazing. That might be more of like a 6-month recap though, and then we can go through some of that. But for the meantime, my love life is dry. I've got nothing going on for Valentine's Day, and by this time next year, I hope that somebody's mom or aunt or someone introduces me to their wonderful, amazing, tall son who's an absolute nerd. Yeah, that's it.